Well, howdy ho, boys and girls!
Please don't do that.
Welcome to Pal and the Puppet. I'm here today with Christoph Bojangalicious, my dear friend and companion. The Lego Batman movie was better than the Lego movie, and Chris disagrees. If you haven't seen the Batman movie, the Lego one, we would recommend that you go do it.
I actually don't think I have that much to say, because I liked this movie, and I think that's mostly all you need to know in a review. So if you trust us, we liked it, which means you should like it too.
Can we be done now?
So the rest of this review, we're just going to kind of talk about things we didn't like.
Okay, you might want to talk about what you didn't like, but I'm going to tell
That's
you all
not
the
what I
things
said.
I did like.
What we did like. I said what we did like. I didn't like this as much as the Lego movie, but I still thought it was good.
I'm not sure if I liked it more, but I definitely liked it as much. It was very fun, very exciting. I was smiling the whole time. Will Arnett completely made the movie. If he wasn't in it, it wouldn't be nearly as good as it was. Michael Cera was amazing.
I don't understand why Will Arnett is in all of these like really good things, and then the nut job too. Why would he do that to his career?
I don't think he has much of a fan base. Like, even people who enjoy him in things still don't say, oh my god, I'm a huge fan of Will Arnett. So I don't really feel like he has a lot to worry about.
I don't know.
I mean, he's great, he's good, he's funny, but I don't ever hear anyone talk about him.
I didn't like this as much as the Lego movie because I didn't think it was as original as the Lego movie. And the one thing that I really did like about the Lego movie was how fast-paced it was. Because it made a lot of the more boring parts just fly by. And that wasn't true of this. If I was a kid and I was seeing this like 2 times, there would be a lot of parts that I would be bored.
I think it was pretty fast-paced. It wasn't until the end that it started to slow down for me.
I did really like the conflict they had Batman go through, and I think it's something, like, it fit his character very well, and I honestly would have expected something out of a more serious Batman movie.
I loved the conflict. I loved the relationship between Batman and the Joker. Just the way they portrayed Batman. Like, we see him as this silent, sexy, suave, but they took those same characteristics and made him kind of into an ass. And we never thought that before until now. I liked all the villains. I
really liked the Joker's plan a lot.
Yes!
I thought it was... he basically just gets tired of all of the villains he's working with. And so he goes to the... I forget what it's called, where Superman sends his villains, the Shadow Realm, or like...
Yeah, I don't remember.
To unleash the world's greatest villains, and I just... like, that's something the Joker would do. It was just really interesting to see the characters done this well in a completely different type of movie.
This movie did what Suicide Squad wanted to do as like 1/8 of the things it accomplished. The Joker was better, Harley Quinn was better, all the side characters were better and more involved, and then on top of that you still have so many other parts of this movie to enjoy. I loved how emotional the Joker was. I
loved how dismissive he was of Harley Quinn, because that's their entire dynamic.
Oh, this movie was so funny. Every single joke that Batman did was hysterical for me.
It made me laugh a lot, but some of the jokes, there were a lot of like, I don't want to call them meme jokes, like internet humor. Like, there were air horns and shark repellent.
I don't remember.
There was something else. Oh, Rick Astley and never skip leg day, bro, and that kind of stuff really took me out. Oh, I also... the biggest complaint I have towards this movie is that the natural elements weren't Lego, like water and fire.
I definitely only saw the ones that were Lego. I didn't notice anything.
The whole river around Gotham was real water.
I definitely thought it was Lego, but I could be wrong. Water, including real water, doesn't bother me though.
That's something they did in the games too, where like not everything was Lego, and it just defeats the purpose of making a Lego anything.
I'm just glad they didn't have an emotional, real people are attached to this drama part. I was very, very glad that that didn't come up like it did in the Lego movie.
I'm having way too much fun playing with these.
It's like $70 worth of plastic.
It's close to $80 actually. I like that they utilized a lot of the lesser known villains.
Oh yeah, and then they were like probably worth a Google.
That's the type of joke that I didn't like in the movie though.
Okay, well I still really liked seeing all of them. I loved the Condiment Man. Every time he squirted stuff out was so funny. Were there villains you learned about that you didn't know?
I didn't know about Eraser.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. I'm just surprised that you didn't.
The villains in this movie were definitely lesser known. I knew like Clayface and Bane and Mr. Freeze and stuff before they were really involved in movies. But stuff like the Mime or the one zebra villain, I definitely had never heard of.
Are they planning any more Lego movies after Ninjago?
Well, they're making a Lego movie too.
Oh, okay. I forgot
And
about
it was supposed to come out this year, actually, and then it got delayed because the script is being rewritten by the writers of BoJack Horseman.
I can't believe that! That's so exciting.
Yeah, that does really make me excited. It makes me expect a story about, like, the son growing out of Legos, because I'm sure they're going to have to stick with the same family since it's the Lego movie too. It's going to be Emmett and whoever.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. He's gonna be too grown up.
I don't think it'll be any more grown up than the first one. My favorite part of the Joker was this tail.
My favorite part was his crying face.
Why did you have to remind me about that?
Because you don't have one.
I liked this movie.
What, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
No.
Being a movie reviewer and then not ranking the movie.
I don't think...
I know.
The point of this review is to talk about our feelings of the movie, and when we attach like a number to it that kind of defeats the entire purpose of the video. We could have just been like, the Lego Movie, this number out of 10, and then been done. Oh, I really liked Bane a lot. I think he was probably my favorite character in this movie, just because they did such a wonderful job at making fun of Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
I do think this was a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight Rises. And then it referenced all the other Batmans. Oh, it was so good.
I was shocked that they had Ralph Fiennes in this movie and then didn't have him put on a horrible Voldemort face. A horrible Voldemort voice.
That would have been
Voldemort
too
showed up.
scary, too serious.
I don't mean like his real Voldemort voice. I mean like a parody. Having the actual person doing a parody of one of his most recognized characters. That would have been funny.
Only to someone like you.
Okay, but they had other jokes that were definitely only funny to a handful of people.
I know.
I'm pretty sure there was a reference to Arrested Development. It was near the end when Robin and Batman were jumping out of the ship. And they said something that they say in Arrested Development all the time.
We need to see this movie again.
Oh, the villains they had in this, like the real world villains, I loved. I loved that they referenced the Gremlins and
Yes.
the original Clash of the Titans, because, like, those are just such great things that more people need to know about.
I think Lego Gremlins are the greatest thing ever.
Oh, the giant green guy with, like, the 4 or 5 arms is the
one
Kraken.
underwater?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the Kraken in Clash of the Titans.
Oh, okay. I was wondering who that was.
This movie made me really happy.
You'll smile a lot if you watch it, so it's probably worth the money.
I want to stop listening to this buzzing now.
Okay, goodbye. Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous.
It'll probably just be done better